Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. And in today's video, I'm looking at the Portland Trailblazers and what I feel they must do this offseason. For the fifth time in 8 seasons, the Portland Trailblazers are heading home after the first round. Unlike last season when they lost to the eventual champion Lakers, they lost this year to a depleted Nuggets team which was missing Jamal Murray and also Will Barton for most of the series. Following that disappointing result and also disappointing results in the years prior, Portland agreed to rip off the band-aid and part ways with coach Terry Stotts, who led them to the playoffs in 8 consecutive seasons, however only took them past the first round on 3 occasions, with one of the more notable occasions being the 2019 conference finals where they were swept by the Golden State Warriors that went on to lose in the finals. The reason I bring up the departure of Coach Stotts is because he made the playoffs in 8 consecutive years, and getting rid of a coach that was relatively successful isn't something that every NBA team would do, but in Portland's situation, it shows a clear intent to keep Damian Lillard happy. However, this roster's deep into luxury tax and also has a lack of potential. Zach Collins, Anthony Simons, and Najee Little make up the brunt of the youth talent on this team. However, even if they had developed their ceilings, it looks unlikely that the Blazers would get enough from them to really boost their chances of winning an NBA title. And after trading away a young player Gary Trent Jr. and getting Norman Powell in return, bringing him back this offseason becomes really important. Otherwise, they just trade away a very promising young player for a rental. Now, just a quick pause, guys. I make NBA videos 2 to 3 times a week on here, so I'd heavily appreciate it if you subscribe and hit the like button. Now, back to the video. Now, given the lack of youth talent and development on this team, given that they pretty much picked a bust in Zach Collins, and then the slow development of Najee Little, it looks likely that Portland have to trade one of their key pieces on this roster, and I'd think that they'll try something before getting rid of Dame Lillard. Now, naturally, as the second most valuable player on this team, CJ McCollum instantly comes to mind. Now, it would be a shame to see him go and leave the city that he's been in for so long, and the team that he won Most Improved Player of the Year with in 2016. However, it looks like it's Portland's only chance to really boost this roster and try something new. In some ways, trading CJ wouldn't be the worst, as it would give Portland a chance to try something new, as their 2 guards right now, with that being CJ, Damian Lillard, both being under 6'3", which obviously poses issues on the defensive side of the floor, and as we've seen in the past by their team's rankings, that's clearly been an issue for the undersized backcourt. Throughout the 6 years they were together, I guess, mainly, playing large minutes together, the highest they were ranked in our defensive ranking was a measly 8th, and that came in the 2017-18 season. And despite that great defensive year, it would begin to appear an outlier once you hear the rest of the tallies. In 2016 they were ranked 20th, in 2017 they were ranked 24th in defensive rating, in 2018 obviously they were 8th like I had said, in 2019 they were 16th, so a slight improvement from the 2 years prior, and then in 2020 they were 28th, and then this year they were an appalling 29th, despite being the second best offensive team in the NBA. Clearly Portland can score the ball at an elite level, and taking a step back on that side of the floor to help their defense wouldn't be an issue. Obviously, I just want to say this, I'm not blaming CJ McCollum for their issues, however, consistently throughout the whole time they've kept those 2 guys as their main pieces, and the defensive problem hasn't gotten any better, so it's likely that their undersized backcourt is the problem. Now, yeah, obviously it can't be one player's fault, and I just want to clarify that, but CJ McCollum is currently the 30th highest earning player in the NBA, and is getting paid $100 million throughout the next 3 years in his deal. I think that Portland can trade his contract, and there will be a few teams here and there that would like to try something new, similar to the situation Portland are in. CJ was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, and throughout his time in the NBA, after coming from out of Lehigh, he's averaged 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Now, trading CJ won't provide a world of growth to this Portland roster, and it will most likely be an opportunity to try something new with an equal level of talent replacing CJ. Now, with that being, unless someone like Bradley Beal requests a trade, and then all of a sudden Portland are offering, all their young pieces in CJ, and maybe the Wizards get tempted by that. But that's obviously very unlikely, and a move that the Blazers would make would be a laterally developing move. So they'd get better in certain ways, and obviously lose some things that CJ does well. Now, the market for CJ McCollum is rather strange, as Portland probably could bring back a fair crop of youth talent if they wanted to trade him in that way. However, they will want to maintain a roster that they see that can contend, and obviously that would involve trading CJ McCollum for a player that could help them now. CJ McCollum obviously isn't that good on the defensive side of the floor. So whether they bring back a defensive specialist in the guard spots in the trade or address that in free agency remains to be seen. But if they are going to blow up this long-time duo, that is something they'll have to address. A likely move could be moving CJ McCollum to Dallas for Kristaps Porzingis, as they make similar money over that period of time, and it will give Portland a new option at the 4 spot they could do as a stretch 4. Another move would be, not this is a complete fantasy trade for me, but going to Sacramento and taking back Rashawn Holmes and also Buddy Hield, as Buddy Hield kind of gives you what CJ McCollum gives you now, and Rashawn Holmes can be a good backup option at the center spot and even play significant minutes as a defensive specialist. Portland would probably have to try and find a guy like Kristaps or Tobias Harris that is seen as being overpaid in the NBA currently in order for a trade to happen. Anyways, guys, that's my opinion, that's my video, so make sure to comment as well, comment what you think, comment some mock trades that you guys have. Don't forget to like and most importantly subscribe. Appreciate you guys, thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.